Alright, this is the bonus video for the day, folks. Because I forgot that I was going to do this video. So, here you go. Platinum Dunes remakes. Kind of made my way through. I'd seen 3 of them before, right? Before this. And when I was building to this year's, I was going to do all of them. I did Amityville Horror during the summer because I did all those canon movies, the canon ones, not canon films, but, the ones that are in there, not all the cheaply made ones that people were trying to capitalize off the name. I did all those. And now I just did the Hitcher series. So, yeah. So now it's time to rank all 5 of them. There's only 5. 5 Platinum Dunes horror remakes. Starting out at number 5, the worst of the bunch, is A Nightmare on Elm Street. And let me tell you why. While I didn't care for the Hitcher, and it disrespects the original, this one, oh God. While I'll agree that Jackie Earle Haley is good as Freddy Krueger, not as good as Robert Englund, but they have a great lead in Katie Cassidy, who's a great actress. But they treat her name is Chris, so it's supposed to be like a verge to Kristen, but they treat her like the Tina character. And she dies partway through the film after following her through most of the film, like with Tina in the original. Then we get Rooney Mara, who straight up did not give a fuck about this movie. And you can tell that in her acting, she's doing nothing. She's a great actress. She didn't care. She didn't do anything. She shit all over this movie. Which, I wouldn't say it's absolutely terrible. There are some good things about it. The gore is good, some of the acting, but not hers. And it's just, they take something with Freddy Krueger that was implied, where he was like a child killer in the original, and it was implied that maybe there was the pedophile. Maybe he was a pedophile. Here, they outright tell you he was a pedophile. And I remember I saw this in the theater, and I was like, I don't know about that. I mean, it was implied in the original, sure, but no, they outright do it. And there are some good things in this film, like, they can say the body stays alive for whatever. Why are you screaming? I didn't cut you yet. Good lines, but overall, I'm just gonna watch the original if I'm gonna watch Nightmare on Elm Street. It's not worth it. It's not. And of course, number 4 now is the Hitcher. And yeah, this loses all the subtlety of the original. Sean Bean is good. Again, you have a good lead. He's good, but you take a great character like Jim Halsey, you throw him out through the window to make the girlfriend, who wasn't in the original, the main character. The actress is good, but none of the dialogue is. You got a music video director with some music video sequences. All of a sudden, he's sucked out right away when you have the freaking All-American Rejects playing in the background. It just doesn't work. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention is they have this playing as a montage at the beginning, and then what's supposed to be an all-day road trip at this point, you have the song playing on the back of the radio. So are they trying to tell us that it's been playing on the radio this whole time? I don't know. It's just, no. I don't know. They take all the subtlety out by showing you the pull-apart scene with the truck. And this time it's Jim Halsey, which in this version you have no investment in, so there's no, there's no investment. Where in the original, you kind of wanted Nash to survive, because she's an innocent girl who's been brought into this. She has no connection other than that she's like the only one who believes Jim Halsey, so it sucks when she's ripped apart. And you feel it. Here, you don't feel it because you have no investment in Jim Halsey in this movie. He's nothing. So, yeah. Number 3, the Amityville Horror. And from this point up, I like all of these. Alright? I do not think this is as good as the original, but Ryan Reynolds has a good performance. I think, some of the stuff they recreate, not as good as the original, but they get the ambiance, the darkness right. They get the idea of the Amityville Horror right, and it works. All around, just a good film, but not the best. Number 2, Friday the 13th. And I put this, and I think it's in my top 5 Friday the 13th movies. You got a great Jason and Derek Mears. There's great kills. You know, a lot of people look down on Trent, but that's the point of that character. You're supposed to hate him. They don't give him a good enough death for that, though. They should have worked better. It's just stupendous. But, like, yeah, and you got some good gore. The whole opening scene of this is fantastic, and everybody says, oh, after that, it's not as good. I strongly disagree. Jared Padalecki, I think, is a great lead. They should have done more with his character. I don't know. They could have done more with his character in a sequel, is what I should say. I like the whole bait and switch where you think that Daniel Panabaker's character is supposed to be the final girl, but she gets yoinked right before the finale happens, and it's the sister that's the final girl, which could be kind of obvious, but up to that point, you actually think it's going to be Jenna, and then yoink, she's gone, you know. Yeah. But number 1, the best Platinum Dunes horror remake is still the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because this just hits it all. It takes, and the original was disturbing, but this one, it makes it grimy, dirty, disgusting, and you get that, there's good gore in this, and you get the, I know the original, the idea was it was subtle, and like I said, but I do like this better than the original, because one, I can watch this more, the other one is, the original is a little bit too disturbing for me. A lot of people would say that it's one of the greatest horror movies ever made. Can't disagree with that. But there are some movies like that and like Carrie that are so polarizing to me, so disturbing that the rewatch value goes down. This one, I can rewatch this 3 times a year and enjoy it. You know what I mean? I don't rewatch it as often as I should. R. Lee Ermey makes this movie better than the original, in my opinion, with his portrayal, where he's sort of the Drayton Sawyer character, but unlike Drayton Sawyer, he wants it to happen. Where the original, I'm not all about that. The Shaw is family. He doesn't partake in the killing, where he's right up in it, that sort of thing. But yeah, and I like the cast in this: Jennifer Beal and her amazing ass, Jessica Biel, excuse me, and just yeah, that's number 1. So there you go. That's the ranking for you. Got that done. So what are your thoughts on my ranking? What's your ranking of the Platinum Dunes remakes? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.